We're going to talk about the executive orders at the federal level that may be issued by President Obama. But before that, Wyoming is soon going to be introducing a bill called the Firearm Protection Act. And basically, this is going to be something that would essentially say, if feds want to enforce or put restrictions on firearms, accessories to firearms, bullets, anything like that within our state, the Wyoming law would allow...
Wyoming or Texas?
Wyoming is doing it, and then Texas is doing something that's almost identical.
Right.
So essentially, the Wyoming law would say we can arrest federal agents who come into our state to enforce these federal laws. States' rights, we are putting our foot down. Texas is doing something very similar, kind of an arrest the feds law. Now, in Wyoming, the proposed law would say that federal agents could be arrested and face a year in jail or $5,000 in fines. Texas has to do it bigger, as we know, Lewis. They are saying, what about maybe $50,000 in fines to federal agents? Now, of course, this is not going to happen. I predict federal agents will not be arrested in Texas or Wyoming enforcing federal gun control laws. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a total joke. It will never happen. Federally, it can be completely shut down. It's just a stunt.
In one of the state representatives who's pushing the law in Texas is Steve Toth, and he says, we've got an administration in Washington that is just executive order happy. They're blowing off the Constitution. They're blowing off our rights, especially our 10th Amendment rights, and are subjecting the states to not even legislation, but edicts by the king, apparently talking about King Obama. I wonder how many of these gun nut individual proposals, how the individuals putting them forth would react if a more liberal state decided to arrest IRS agents for not giving benefits to gay spouses. Imagine that, Lewis. What if we had Massachusetts, for example? Maybe Massachusetts isn't a good example, but another state. If we had Delaware, for example, pass a law that says, you know what, whatever the federal IRS guidelines are about benefits and tax deductions for gay spouses, if they come into our state and try to enforce those, we will put them under arrest. All of a sudden, I don't think states' rights would be the big concern. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No. What these people would be saying is, no, that's insane. I know what the Founding Fathers really meant. And clearly they did not mean to give any rights to gays and gay couples.
The other funny thing about this, and it's a whole other topic, we don't have to get into it now, Natan, is this idea of what the Founding Fathers would do. It is patently absurd to think that the reactions of the Founding Fathers would be anything close to the extreme right Tea Party reactions that are being seen in the name of the Founding Fathers. Nobody really, how could you really believe that the Founding Fathers would be reacting the way Tea Partiers do to this stuff?
Right, and it's important to remember that most of the Founding Fathers were highly educated, college educated. They spoke foreign languages. They used logic, reason, and science.
Sounds
and
socialist
these are
to
all
me.
things that Tea Partiers don't particularly like.
No, certainly not, Lewis. Certainly not.
There's also the assumption that the Founding Fathers would not do anything differently if they were drafting this Constitution today. That would be identical for some reason.
Which is completely absurd, of course. Yeah.